Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the regular scheduled meeting of the City of Griffin Board of Commissioners, July 26, 2022. We're going to open up by Commissioner Cynthia Reed Ward leading the pledge, followed by Commissioner Truman Tinsley III with the invocation. Please join us. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Most gracious Heavenly Father, we're here today to ask for your blessings and guidance in the performance of our duties as elected officials. We pray for strength, love, knowledge, and understanding. Help us to recognize and solve the problems that are presented. Make our solutions fair and just to the best interest of everyone. Help us to overcome our shortcomings and keep us united as a team to work for the betterment of the city and its people. We pray in your name. Amen.
Thank you. It's great tonight to see more citizens and staff. So welcome everybody to our meeting. We're glad to have you tonight. Great things to celebrate. First item is to approve the agenda as presented. Do we have a motion to approve?
Second.
Mr. Tinsley with a motion, Commissioner Murray with a second. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Under presentations and delegations, first item is to presentation of a proclamation declaring July 29, 2022 as System Administration Day. Chief Technology Officer Gid Cotton and his team are here to accept. So please bring your team up with you. Look at the spine, folks. Welcome. I want to put a shameful plug in here. If you don't have internet service for the City of Griffin, check this guys out. I got hooked up and they're good to go. Is it free? It's not free. Nothing's free. So proclamation of the City of Griffin, System Administrator Appreciation Day. Whereas the nation celebrates the last Friday of July as System Administrator Appreciation Day. And whereas Unix-based computer systems began keeping time with the Unix epoch on midnight, January 1st, 1970. And whereas since that time, all information technology workers have tirelessly repaired, patched, and programmed computer systems. And whereas the men and women employed by the City of Griffin Information Technology Center make significant contributions to the safety, health, and welfare of our citizens by ensuring that critical systems for 9/11, police, fire, water, electric, are always available. And whereas with the responsibility of managing 125 servers and thousands of nodes, including, unless it's technology.
Including mics.
See? You know, I was thinking of that the entire time. I'm like going, can't we get our $5 sound system working? Okay, so whereas with the responsibility of managing 125 servers and thousands of nodes, including access points, cameras, laptops, tablets, and phones, the information technology staff remains ever vigilant, ensuring the security and proper operations of all of our devices. And whereas the City of Griffin values and celebrates our local information technology workers for the commitment to our residents, businesses, and communities as essential employees. Now therefore it be resolved that the City of Griffin Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim July 29, 2022 to be System Administration Appreciation Day. Encourage all citizens to join the Board of Commissioners in thanking the hardworking men and women who ensure that all City of Griffin computer systems work efficiently and securely. I have here intends cause the seal of the City of Griffin to be affixed on this, the 26th day of July in the year of our Lord 2022. Signed Douglas S. Holbrook, Mayor, and Jessica W. O'Connor, City Manager. So, with that being said, come up here. Commissioners, let's join around the back of us. Oh, I hear she's whining back there. We're not doing any whining. It's a team effort. Y'all ready?
Cynthia, you coming? It won't be the same.
Second, give us a cell phone.
Wait a minute, let's let me see. Thank you, Truman. One, two, three. One more. One, two, three. Excellent.
All right. Take a couple minutes or less, whatever you want.
Well, let's make sure the mic still works. Thank you, everybody. These are the IT folks that work for the city of Griffin.
Just in case.
These are IT folks for the city of Griffin. They're wonderful. They're the reason that I come to work every day. It's great to work with you guys. A little bit. Part of
We are definitely blessed to have that team because I'm not an IT expert, and without these folks, sometimes we'd be lost. So thank you all for your hard work and dedication. Next is to recognize the 2022 Citizens Police Academy graduates. Chief Michael Yates will address.
Well, I'm here in the chief's place.
Welcome. Come
He's at
on in.
conference. He's changed, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got a lot of room.
I want to thank y'all for allowing us to recognize this group. We had two commission members that were also a member of the Citizens Police Academy. I got to tell you, this is my last one, but this is probably the best and most enjoyable police academy I have participated in. Very engaging, very much involved. We had more people from this academy to do ride-alongs with our officers than any other that I've ever been involved with. And I want to tell you all, thank you for making my last Citizen Police Academy enjoyable. So, let's get started. Diane Pruitt. So here's the thing, Miss Diane and I have known each other for probably a while, a long while. So, yeah, for a little while, but thank you for participating.
Well, you probably want to stay.
Yep, stay up here.
Okay, stay up here. Stay up here, okay. Mr. Truman?
Yes, ma'am.
You finally passed. It took him 5 years, but he finally passed. It took me 5 times.
5 times. How many times did it take Mrs. Murray?
1 time.
1 time.
1 time.
Amberlyn Jackson. Got your Griffin shirt on, baby? I like it. That's awesome. One of everybody's favorites, Earl Shivers.
Is he the chief yet?
No, I'm gonna be the mayor.
How long?
Daddy
The
Bryant.
water's fine.
Serena Angles. Almost didn't say it right. I asked her. There you go, honey. I'll let y'all get in line. I'll get up here and get out of the way. Leslie Taylor. Here's in no specific order. Anyway, y'all, I just kind of put them out there. There you go. Dear, I appreciate it. Kayla Jester. She had more fun riding with officers on the ride-alongs. Regina Stevens. Miss Stevens participated in more than one Citizen Police Academy. Miss Mary. We'll get one, I'm sure, of everyone. April Pruitt. And last but certainly not least is April English. We have one more that is on vacation. Gloria Treadway also participated, but she is on the beach somewhere and I'm super jealous. Okay, so I present to you the graduates of the Citizen Police Academy of the City of Griffin Police Department.
Let's just see.
Oh, we do that.
In front of me, actually.
Don't you think you need to come down here? Yeah.
You might have to come in some more. There she
Ready?
is.
1, 2, 3. All right, let me get. Sorry. That wasn't mine. Well, not. Come on.
I can't hold those.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Congratulations.
And nobody.
Yeah, you're supposed to get ready.
Yes, I have spoken. And I'm on the city council. Anyway, this is what we were done last time. We would like to thank you with this.
Oh,
Oh.
thank you.
Also, the police academy is awesome. If you've not taken it, you need to. They do incredible things with our youth, and that's important now because our youth don't appreciate law enforcement. We see it every day. But we appreciate what they do for our youth. So the class collected some money, and we present this check for $200.
501c3, Griffin TV Association, that will gladly accept this check.
Okay, great.
We'll use this for a shot with a cop this year.
Oh, that's
Good deal.
And
Y'all doing a great job.
Yeah, this is good, this is better. Thank y'all so much, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
Get to see them.
Send this to the governor. I gotta say.
I'll put it wrong.
I want to thank all of y'all for participating. Y'all are our ambassadors to the public, and so please share your experience and the opportunity that others can come join this program and be a part. And again, thank you for taking your time and service for our community. Okay, Mr. Tinsley would like to say something real quick.
Is John Hamilton still here? Is John Hamilton still back there?
He's letting people out the door.
Oh, okay. Hey, where you guys going? We came together, we leave together.
Hey,
We got what we wanted.
we'll be done in 7 minutes if you give us a moment.
There he is.
Hang on just a second.
John, could you come up here and address the future class, how the schedule's gonna work for Police Academy and Fire Academy?
Commissioner Tinsley, we don't know yet.
Okay.
Sort of putting them on the spot.
Please.
We do intend to combine PD and Fire Academy
That's
in the
probably best.
future. We're not sure if it's gonna be 8 weeks or 10 weeks. We're not sure if it's gonna be alternating each week, but we want it to be as interactive as possible. And there's a couple that we think we can sort of do together. So in the vein of growing together, we're gonna see if we can do a public safety academy in the
Right.
future. But that'll start in the spring. It's normally around March.
Okay, so y'all want your Facebook page, I'm sure we post on.
And I was
this
gonna
thing.
mention in my comments tonight, Citizens Government Academy always starts the Thursday of Labor Day week. So that Monday, everybody's off, and we'll have Citizens Government Academy, which is 12 weeks, and that's the entire city. And that's very informational. So we'd love to have you back if you haven't done that one.
Thanks.
All right, we're rolling and going into citizen comments. At this time, the mayor opens the floor to comments from the audience. Comments should relate to specific agenda item not listed on the agenda for the public hearing or to concern within the jurisdiction of the city. Commission meetings serve the purpose of conducting city business and are not a forum for the unlimited expression of opinion. The mayor reserves the right to limit comments to matters germane to city business and may refer speakers to the city manager or the staff for resolution. With that being said, is there anybody on my left side like to come before the board? Anybody on my left side? Is there anybody on my right side like to come forward? Please come forward and state your name and address for the record, sir. Welcome.
My name is Homer Bryant, mostly referred to as Frank, or with the Grand Creeds as Poppy. So I would like to address, you all on a couple of items. One of them is very dear to my heart.
Can you give your address for the record, please, sir? The address,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
We reside at 415 South Walker's Mill Road, Griffin. It's off of 16.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Back to the statement I made earlier, I'd like to address you on something that's very dear to me, and that is the one hobby that remains for an 84-year-old, and that is fishing. And what this was referring to is your wonderful lake at Steel Branch. At this point, I'd like to ask, and I hope you'll allow me to ask you a question. How many of you fish? 1, 2. Have you ever fished Steel Branch Reservoir?
Yes.
Yes. You have a wonderful lake, but it is fixing to be ruined. Earlier this year, Fayette County slapped a $300 permit on all out-of-county residents to fish their lakes. Henry County has a no fishing for anybody outside of Henry County. I'm not sure about butts. Lamar County has a permit on their lake. I'm not sure about Cayeta County. But one of the things that you would observe if you went to your lake, that occasionally they have what is called a small John boat tournament. Now, when that tournament occurs down there, those of us that want to fish, like me, can't fish because if we had to park, we would have to park way up on the road. That tournament is taking a lot of bass out of your lake, which if you took the stringers that they're taking out of there, even though they release them, that puts more pressure on that lake than probably what normal fishing would take in 3 to 6 months. My wife and I had the opportunity to go to that lake when the John boat tournament was going on. We took a tour around and checked the tags. 50% of those tags was out or stolen in Pike County. So therefore, in extremely pressured from Fulton to Cab in that area up there. Now, if this continues, that lake is going to decline because of the extreme pressure that's put on it, because of the surrounding counties just about putting a no fishing proposition on their lakes. So what I'd ask the city to do is to take the same course that these other counties are taking. If they're gonna charge us $300 to fish in their lakes, why do you not charge to fish in our lakes?
Okay. We'll take that under advisement.
And I would like for you to take that
Yes,
under
sir.
advisement.
Okay. And you had another point that you wanted to make tonight?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
One other thing
Yes,
about
sir.
your lakes. It only costs $3 to fish in your lakes. The other thing that I'd like to address is the usage of fuel. All of us know that if you go up to a stop sign and you have to take off, it takes more fuel to do that than it would if you pass through. You have down on Crescent and Kincaid Avenue, 2 stop signs that I'm gonna call useless. Now, I am an ex-engineer, and if I was gonna put a stop sign somewhere, I would have an engineer to take a look and see what kind of traffic you got coming in both directions. One of your stop signs down there is a 3-way stop. That is occurring at Mockingbird coming in. Now, I probably have a good idea of how that stop sign got put there. You probably had some complaints on people that live in Mockingbird. But you got way more traffic going through there than you do people coming out of Mockingbird. If you went down there and probably sat and observed, I don't know what the number would be, but it would be extremely more traffic traveling on Kincaid and Crescent than you would coming out of Mockingbird.
Yes, sir, and I know the details behind why the stop sign's there. There's a traffic study, and so unless our police department says it needs to be removed, and I live a block away from there, so I know the history and the details behind it, of all the stop signs on Crescent.
Well, both of them need to be removed.
Okay, I appreciate your comments on that. Is there anything else tonight, sir?
That's it.
Mayor,
I thank you for the opportunity to address.
Mr. Lewis sent the Steel Branch Reservoir regulations, and they specifically addressed through our contract with DNR how many the limit is per day. I don't think either one of us are familiar with any sanctioned John boat tournaments, but they're not part of our regulations, but there still is a DNR limit. And it's 12-inch minimum length on bass with a daily limit of 5. Only one can be over 16 inches in length. So there's nothing about tournaments, and they would not be exempt from that rule.
Well, this is a situation that I'm trying to address with you though. Those of us that like to fish, especially those like us that are now disabled and are limited as to where we can go. If the other counties are knocking us out of their lakes, why do you not do something
Because
to
we're a
protect that?
private reservoir. We're a little different than a county owned. We're also in a different county. So you're crossing a lot of jurisdictional boundaries that we'd have to look at. And we'll check into that, but that's not something we're prepared to address tonight.
Well, that's the other issue that I'm trying to bring up. I don't know that it can be addressed or is being addressed. I don't see anything being done to help those of us of age having the capability to fish like we used to.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And I'm just saying, I'm asking you for help.
Yes, sir. We'll look at it. Tonight, we can't make that decision. Thank you for being here tonight, sir. Is there anybody else? Would you like, yes, ma'am, name and address for the record, please.
Jenny Massendale, 668 Brook Circle,
668?
Brook Circle,
Thank you.
the Forest Hills. I'm sure y'all that live in Forest Hills or around the city of Griffin know that over the past month, we've had a pack of dogs roaming the neighborhood. Our friend had their cat killed in her front yard the first Saturday of July. That Wednesday, we let our cat out to go to the restroom in our yard. The same 3 dogs killed our cat in our front yard, less than 10 feet from our house. We have 3 dogs. We have children. I know that yesterday they were caught on, I think, Tilney and Terrace, maybe, treeing the cat during the morning commute, which worries me because a lot of people walk their dogs during that time. I feel like their violence is increasing. It's only a matter of time before they attack another dog, or God forbid, a child or a person. I know the city's put out several traps, but they seem to be empty. These are street smart dogs who are not going to go to a trap. I know they were caught or seen at J. Henry's this morning. They were pursued and ran away, which just furthers the point. I just want to make sure that people who don't live in the neighborhood realize that these aren't dogs that are just roaming through random backyards. They're coming on porches. They're attacking people or pets. I feel like it's increasing, and I just want everyone to know that it is creating fear. It's creating fear for us to walk through the neighborhood. It's creating fear for us to let our kids ride their bikes because we don't know what these dogs are going to do. And I just hope that the city will take a more proactive approach to catching them rather than the approach that's been reactive right now. So thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. Is there anybody else on my right like to come for the board? Moving into the consent agenda, we have items 3 through 12. We have a motion to take the consent agenda as a whole. Mr. Brock with a motion, Ms. Murray with a second. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0 for items 3 through 12. Item 13 is consider the purchase of a Metso pre-shred 4000 M-8 HDC crawler in the amount of $820,500 from Yancey Brothers, Inc. through Sourcewell State Purchasing Contract, amending the budget accordingly. Consider declaring the surplus unit number 932 a Metro 400 M8 HDC waste shredder. We have a motion for the purchase. Ms. Murray with a motion. Do we have a second? Second by Mr. Tinsley. Any questions or comments? All in favor, please signal by raising your hand.
This is the one to take the place of the one that's
Burned.
burned. Yeah.
6-0 in approval. Item 14 is consider on first reading amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Griffin, Chapter 6, Alcoholic Beverages, Article 1, and Journal in Section 6-1, Definitions, Article 3, License, Qualifications, Locations, Restrictions, Suspension, and Revocation of Licenses by adding Section 6-58, Special Entertainment District, and Article 5, Regulations for all establishments and miscellaneous provisions, Section 6-182, Open Containers. This will be discussed this morning. We have a motion by Mr. Tinsley. We have a second by Ms. Murray. Any questions, comments? All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. And want to thank Ross Dabano for the Main Street Board for leading us up, as well as Mr. Stratton. Thank y'all. Item 15, considering a memorandum of understanding between the City of Griffin and the Griffin Spalding Land Bank Authority for the purpose of authorizing the City of Griffin in its discretion to perform or contract for the performance of property maintenance on certain properties located within city limits and owned by the Land Bank Authority. Do we have a motion to approve the memorandum?
To approve, sir.
Mr. Brock for the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Tinsley. All in favor of the memorandum, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Item 18, we need under the considering a motion pertaining to potential tender of electric capacity with SPVM, SPVJ, and SPVP pertaining to Vogel Unit 3 and 4. Need a motion to deny tender of the electric capacity from SPVM, SPVJ, and SPVP pertaining to Vogel Units 3 and 4. With a motion by
Number
Mrs.
16, sir.
16.
I'm sorry, 16 here. We have a motion from Mrs. Commissioner Murray with motion to deny. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Tinsley. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Item 17 is to consider a claim by Pastor Curtis Bankston and Sophia Bankston based on any line of notice from attorney Dexter Wimbush dated June 3rd, 2022 for alleged discrimination, slander, and libel committed by Police Chief Michael Yates in connection with the incident occurring on or about January 13, 2022, in which claimants were arrested for false imprisonment and operating an unlicensed personal care home. Charges remain pending at the time, and staff made a recommendation of denial. Do we have a motion?
Yes.
Second.
Motion to deny, is that Mr. Tinsley?
Yes.
Second by Mrs. Murray. All in favor of the denial, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. So that completes our agenda for tonight. Opening it up for the city manager's report.
I do just want to remind you, and hopefully you got your printed invitation, that we will be recognizing Marcus Schwab tomorrow at 10:30 in our conference room. So if you'll please drop by and tell him well wishes on his next endeavor. His last day is Friday, so he'll still be here a couple days if you can't make it tomorrow, but we will have some snacks tomorrow around 10:30. Also a reminder that our Archway mini workshop is August 10th from 2 to 5 at the county extension office, so not in normal location, but over next to the voting area. Also be on the lookout for a doodle poll forthcoming in regards to a joint meeting with the county for the land bank discussion, where we're headed. We think as a staff, we have a recommendation that is a joint recommendation from city and county, but we of course want to present that to you all because we'll have to draft a new intergovernmental agreement. And in light of our SDS discussions, this is something that needs to occur sooner rather than later. So we're looking at the week of August 8th or August 15th. So I'll get some dates, and we're trying to schedule for about 2 hours. I don't think it'll go that long, but just to make sure we have the time to discuss. Also, congratulations to our IT system administrators. I think I might be their biggest customer on the help desk because I too am technologically challenged. So if not for them and then just coming back to plug in my computer, I'd probably struggle to get anything done throughout the day. And as well to our Citizens Police Academy graduates, that is a big deal to give up 8 weeks of Thursdays. And I hope that they will join us again in the fall. Our applications for that will be out in about a week. So that seems like a long way away, but it is not. So that starts September 8th. And I would like to say a thanks to the employees that participate in those academies. Not only have they been here all day, but they're willing to stay for another couple of hours. I think it helps them understand operations of the city, but then also for some of our citizens to see employees participating in something that they feel is important. So that's a big deal to me, and I appreciate them doing that. And lastly, to Ms. Massingale, in regards to the dogs, we've had complaints throughout social media. I have asked them particularly last night to please call 911. Do not post it to Forest Hills. We're not on there constantly. We cannot, if they've moved because it's 3 hours later that I see it, or Commissioner Murray or Mayor Holberg or whoever's on Forest Hills sees it, they've moved. And so it would be much more helpful if they would please call 911. That's why it's there. There seems to be some misinformation that animal control opens at 10. Animal control opens at 8. So I'm not sure what that's about. And if it's an emergency, PD can handle it. It doesn't have to be an animal control officer that gets out there. If we have a dangerous dog attacking someone, that's a PD call. That's a 911 call. So just to put that on the record, I did address that on the social media page last night. But I don't think I heard a call go out today about the dogs. I did see a post that they were across from J. Henry's, but that was 3 hours after the post. So we need some help. We do want to be proactive, but we need some help. That's it.
Thank you. Mr. Whalen,
I have nothing further.
Commissioner Brock.
Wow, good crowd tonight. A lot better speaking to a crowd than it is to 5 or 6 of us or 7 of us, whatever. But thank y'all for being here. We just love people to come in and find out, because we can spread the word a heap better than what we're doing sometimes. The dogs, whatever it may be, if we can get the truth out, we can get something done. So please continue to come and visit with us.
Commissioner Murray.
Officer Littlejohn, thank you so much. We're not gonna let you go, by the way. We're just gonna keep you and hold you to it. I thoroughly enjoyed the program, and I think you all went over and way beyond my expectations. It's my second term, so I should have done this in my first term, but I learned things about our city and police department that I didn't know when I was in staff years ago. So it was amazing, and I think that we have the best police department in the entire state. I really do. I'm not just saying that. I just think if you guys go above and beyond. So I'll be glad to sign up for the Government Academy when it comes. So thank you very much. Again, congratulations, IT. Ms. Massingale, thank you for coming forward. She's still here. I look forward to working with staff on being proactive. It is common for the complaints that we're getting, so I don't know the solution, but I'll be willing to work with everyone on that. So thank you very much, and thanks for coming, everybody.
Commissioner Flowers.
No comments.
Commissioner Ward. Commissioner Tinsley.
I'd like to segue off of what Holly just got through saying about the Citizens Government Academy. I'd encourage everybody to attend it. I've been to it a couple of years, haven't passed the test yet, so I'll probably be back again this year. But it is just a brief overview of the various different departments here that the taxes are paid for, so you get a little bit of insight. It's a great class. And also next spring, I guess, we do the combined safety class with the police department and fire department. That's very informative too. And you get to go up in the fire truck on the ladder truck, potentially. So we'll wait and see. That's all I have. Thank you.
I just want to give a shout out to Ross Dabano and the Main Street Downtown Council. We got 3 more concerts left this summer, so 7 to 9 on Saturday night. So we'd like to encourage everybody to come out and join. We've had good crowds this summer compared to last year, so it's a great fellowship, and thank y'all for your hard work. And to staff and the citizens here, thank you so much for being a part of our community. Without you, it would be useless for what we do, and we do appreciate the opportunity to serve each of you, and thank you for your commitment and dedication. That being said, we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
We have a motion, Mr. Tinsley, second by Ms. Flowers. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, buddy.